bungee there.
Okay, folks, new adventure for the Presley, Canada clan. This trip, we're on the 11-Point River, putting in at Greer crossing. It's July the 1st, about 10:35. A few other folks getting in ahead of us. We'll let them get going, and we're gonna get started. Check back in when we get on the river. All right, folks, we're on the river. 11-Point River, just put in at Greer crossing. Our journey this trip will take us 19 miles down to Riverton. We'll see Kevin and Christy and Gage and Amy and Emery. It's a brand new river for us, so we don't know what's in store. We'll check back in later. Okay, folks, here in our first rapids. Straight ahead. I guess Amy's gonna navigate us through it. We'll check in on the other side. Checking in. Just went through some rapids. 2 or 3 little rapids, pretty good ones. Everybody made it fine. Come across a few people fishing in the river. I don't think they've caught anything yet. They just started, they said. But as you can see, it's a beautiful day. 11-Point River's pretty nice so far. Okay, I believe we're coming up on our first bluff on the trip so far, up here on the left. I think we're about halfway between Greer crossing and Turner Mill Spring and Access. So we'll be finding us a spot to pull over on a bar or somewhere to eat lunch here shortly. Then right after that, probably be checking out Turner Mill Spring. Up there a little ways, see if I can get a shot of the bluff. Here a little bit of rapids coming up too. Oh, some other kayakers right up ahead. Should be able to be getting a quick glimpse of the bluff up here. Ladder's just cooling it. I think it's something wrong too.
It's like stuck.
You think? I believe that right back there is called Mary Decker Shoals. It's a pretty good little rapid right in there. And so far I made it, Amy made it, Emery made it, and Gage made it. We got Kevin and Christy coming up. We'll see if they make it. There comes Kevin. I believe he got it. Gage, you caught any fish?
No.
Alright, it's 12:30. We stopped and had lunch. This was our lunch spot. Pretty spot. Gage got full on hot Cheetos. We're about to get back on the river and head down to Turner Mill Spring. I think it's probably another mile or two down the river. We'll check back in later. We've had an otter sighting, but I think they're hiding behind the log. I don't see them at the moment. Well, we're back on the river right after lunch. Almost 1 o'clock. We'll be coming up on Turner Mill Spring. We'll be getting out, hiking up to the spring. Should be getting there in about a mile or so. Just passed another little rapids right before Turner Mill Spring. I'm trying to catch the rest of the group coming through the rapids. Maybe. They're not too far behind. Pretty fun little rapids. Here comes Christy. Here comes Gage. Yep, fun little rapids. And there comes Kevin. Lots of fun. A little bit of excitement. Another pretty bluff over here. Trying to get some of the scenery on the trip. It's hard to get a good shot facing backwards. Here's some more ripples in the water. I'm gonna let you go. Here we are at
Do not get
Turner
in my
Mill
butt.
Spring.
Please don't.
We're gonna hike up to the old mill site, look at the spring. Okay, coming up on the old wheel from the mill. Turner Mill. Turner Mill. Windows on the past. Windows on the past. Here's the old site of the Turner Mill.
Can you imagine putting that together and getting it in here? All that.
Okay. Walking up to the spring. Hiking on up to the spring, you can hear the water gushing out. Here's one little outlet. That's not the big one. Big outlet. This is Turner Mill Spring. Comes our house in that cave. Right after that branch going into the river. Come together again. Back into the jungle. Turner Mill Spring, your cave. Okay, back at our kayaks.
Always get me bending over.
At the Turner Mill, I think north landing. About to put back in the river and head down river to a campsite. Should be just past Horseshoe Bend somewhere.
Woo!
Alright, let's juice up.
Well, we have an audience. We got birds on the wire watching us. We're about to get to Horseshoe Bend, where there's McDowell access, and then shortly after that there's a couple float camps. We're going to start looking for a campsite. I see what may be ducks over there on the log.
No. One in the water.
And one in the water.
Let me look at the ducks.
A few little quack quacks.
Ducks on the log and there's one in the water.
There's a neat little bluff with a cave in it. All right, about 5 o'clock. We got camp set up. Fire going, food on. Getting hot. Emery's chilling reading a book. We're right here where we can hear the rapids at night. Got a good little camp spot. We're probably a couple miles from Whitten access. And soon there'll be a lot of people putting in the morning at Whitten access. We're gonna try to get up and get out of here and get ahead of everybody. Right up the way there, in trees is another good campsite. But someone beat us to it. We had to come right down the way. There was a gentleman and a little boy with a boat down here that was kind enough to let us have this spot. Since they were just chilling out fishing, they weren't going to camp here, so as I hate to say it, I think we ran them off. But according to this gentleman that was here, he's a local that I think has a cabin right down the way. And according to him, he said this was probably the best spot through this stretch. That on down past here, there wasn't much to choose from. So we probably did good stopping here. So we're gonna turn off, just chill out, get ready to eat, get ready to bed down for the night. I may check back in later. All right, Saturday morning, July 2nd. About 8:45. Sun's up. Kind of cool this morning. Got all the tents packed up. Got the boats loaded up. About to get back on the river. Got about 10 or so miles to go before we get to Riverton. Check in when we get on the river. Alright, back on the river, about 9 o'clock. A few make a couple adjustments on their kayaks back there, so they're running behind. Looks like Gage is going to lead us off today. I think everybody slept pretty good. Me and Amy's pad kept deflating. I don't know if we've got a leak. I'll have to work on that when we get home. We kind of slept on hard ground. So I'm going to turn off and check back later when we get to some river features and exciting rapids or something to video. Little rapid section.
He said that was the very end of the horseshoe. Black hollow or something
Yeah.
like that. I feel like I know the gander too. He was filming and he ran into the bank. I think right here, this little island's what this guy was talking about, the other guy when he came up yesterday.
We got a passenger on top of Amy's head. If you turn your head, I'll be able to see it, but I'm just seeing its butt right now.
Right here?
It's pointing the same way your head is.
Oh. Well, how do I know that? I can't see it.
This conversation's gonna make a good video.
Yeah. You
But
always,
it's eating a bug.
you always gotta start something.
It's eating a bug.
That's what they do.
Pretty big old dragonfly.
Oh, did you see that?
Mm-hmm. About 11 o'clock. Stop for a little break. Eat early lunch. Pretty little spot. Nice area to wade and cool off. Next stop's gonna be Bo's Mill. About 10 after 11, back on the river. Pretty bluff on the right. We're heading down towards Bo's Mill Spring. That'll be our next stop. Starting to cloud up, and I may be hearing a little bit of thunder. So we got our fingers crossed we'll make it out before any storms hit. Hey Emery, it's been a fun trip.
Yep.
Women in the back. Signing off to Bo's Mill. Doubt if you can see it, but a bald eagle just flew over. Here's a big blue heron. And I bet it flies off before I get up there. Just about to fly off. Here it goes. See that bald eagle? Bald eagle flew right over our heads, right that way. Go right back up on top and look at the spring again if you want. This is the old mill.
How do you get back up on top?
Probably rode over the kayak. This is the spring branch flowing out to the current river. Oh, I'm sorry, 11-point river.
Never fails.
What?
You always got me thinking with my.
Say it again.
I said it
did
low.
what?
I said it low.
Oh. Alright, we just checked out Moe's Mill Spring, the old mill site. I think when we put back in, we're going to be right up on Halls Bay Shoals. So everybody better be ready. We'll check back in after that. Okay, here comes Amy down Halls Bay Shoals. I made it, Gage made it, Emery made it, Amy made it. I hit a rock or two. I'm not sure the middle's the best place. I think that's where we are. We're waiting on Christy and Kevin. Wasn't that bad, was it?
Get all of it?
I only got you. Did they chicken out? Did they chicken out? Better get to paddling. Alright, they made it. Halls Bay Shoals was a success. Well, we're at the end of another journey. See the Riverton Bridge. We'll be getting out. I call this another successful trip. Halls Bay Shoals was definitely an exciting ending to this trip. I'm gonna unload everything, get everything loaded up in the vehicles, try to find us a little something to eat, and head back to the house. Until next time, later.